So welcome to today's channeling. Here's what we're going to do. I will go into channel. I'm going to see if the guides, well, first of all, let's see who shows up. And then, and I don't think, Trish, have you seen me channel? Okay. So I channel three different collectives, three different councils. One is the 99, whose focus is primarily on the evolution of the human race. I channel the Divine Feminine, whose objective is to reintroduce the balance masculine feminine into all levels of society, less masculine focus, which is how our systems are run now. And the third group that I channel is the Star Beings. Eli is the representative, and he and the Council of Star Beings talk about systems, whether it's socio-economical systems or business systems. And their focus, their council's focus, is to support the shift in how we do things, whether it's money, our schools, our political systems, our care, homeless, feeding people, whatever it is. Their focus is to help us release the old systems and move into systems that are more high vibration is a good way to put it. Heidi is going to be the co-host. She's going to be doing all the directing while I stay in channel. And once we have gone through kind of a state of the union, what do the guides want to share with us now? Then we'll move into individual questions, and you can ask any question you want, and follow-up questions. It's going to be a very small session today. There's a couple of people that I don't know if they're they emailed they would not be able to make, so, which is unfortunate, but that happens. Does anybody have any questions? Perfect. Heidi, you take over, and I'm gonna go into channel.
Wonderful. Teresa, we'll give you just a few moments here.
We are welcome. It is the 99 who will begin conversations today, and we are thrilled. We began our day with Teresa in a podcast, and we are excited to continue the conversations that were had in that podcast because they are so relevant for this very time. And in fact, it is a theme that our co-host is well aware of because we introduced it in a conversation last night. And it is, are you outsourcing your wisdom? What does that mean, you say? When you outsource wisdom, you live by default and you cater to societal norms rather than stepping into the internal space and asking what is optimal for you. Your journey is unique. You are unique. And it is optimal to cultivate all of your skills and tools and some knowledge. We will acknowledge that knowledge is important, although it does tend to trip up the humans quite frequently because humans assign so much importance to knowledge as opposed to wisdom? And what is the difference? Knowledge is information. Wisdom is information cultivated through the inner knowing, and you are discerning what knowledge is appropriate and applicable for you and how. Wisdom is knowledge applied, but it is applied specifically in your world. So we go back to our original statement, which is, are you outsourcing your wisdom? It is a choice. And often when we make these choices to step into our great knowing, whether it be at the soul level, at the guide level, or the human level, it is cultivated through the lens of what is optimal for you. And it is the application of your intuition in a way that creates deep knowing. And with that deep knowing, you cultivate trust. Trust. Trust in self. Trust that that next step that you will take is optimal for you, for your elevation, for your benefit. Trust in the universe that no matter what, we have your back. We are always available to support your evolution. The human opportunity is to choose to trust that you are stepping into what is optimal for you. Not that you see the path all the way to the end, but that that step that you take feels right. For in 3 steps, there may be a left turn that takes you into a place that you could not have imagined. You could not have envisioned. And yet it is precisely what you have dreamed of, what you have asked for, and what you want to cultivate in your life. This is trust. And trust is harnessing your wisdom. And will you get it right every time? No, that is not the journey. As a human, you remember the things that are challenging and difficult. And so you will call to you challenging and difficult. And the more that you trust, the more that you cultivate the inner wisdom, the less challenging it will be. It is part of the human condition to look for and create challenge and difficult so that One can shake off those beliefs like a dog shakes off water that no longer serve. So you make a decision founded on a belief that was created in your past, and it creates a challenge for you. You will remember and not make that choice a second time. We hope that is the objective. And then in a similar situation, farther down the life path, you will hesitate and think, oh, I have been here before. Oh, this is what I chose, and it did not work out so well. What shall I choose now? For when this earth plane was constructed, the humans were given free will to self-determine. This is on purpose. For you see, as much as you are learning, whether through ease or through challenge, you are teaching. You are teaching the energies and the vibrations around the planet what is optimal. You are creating the vibratory fields that surround Earth and create the environment. So if you choose ease and joy and a less bumpy path, that is shared around the entire planet. That energy is now available for all. And then those in your immediate environment resonate more strongly with the message that you carry through your actions. You are not insignificant. You are great and mighty and amazing and here on purpose. You are here to self-evolve, to gain inner wisdom, cultivate inner wisdom. And the better you get at inner sourcing your wisdom, the more that you influence the planet in its evolution, in raising its vibration. And yes, equally, you influence with challenges and fear and scarcity and lack of worth. Those morphogenic fields are also fed by your vibration. What do you choose? It is why we gave Teresa The Alchemy of an Intentional Life. What do you choose? How do you choose to unfold your life? Will you do it from a foundation of love and compassion and kindness? And when you encounter frustration or fear, will you face it and learn the lesson that it has to teach you? Oh, yes. Equally, love, joy, and compassion have lessons to teach as well. Those tend to lean into ones of overgiving or balance or application, appropriate application. They also lean towards heart opening, love generating, celebration, joy. And fear, when transmuted, will also lead to love, confidence for certain. Things have accelerated greatly in your year, 2024. They have expanded far beyond even our own predictions, and that is because of you and the earth, the symbiotic relationship between you and the earth. The vibratory change of the planet and the humans on the planet will not slow down. They will accelerate. When you intend to manifest something and your intentions and your inner wisdom are in alignment, it will happen more and more quickly. You see, outside of the third dimensional constricts, when we come from the seventh, eighth, ninth dimensional vibration, and it's simply a vibration change, manifestation occurs immediately. We think it arrives. We think it arrives. We think it manifests. There is no efforting or controlling or planning or strategizing. It simply is. It is, in fact, one of the great frustrations that Teresa was born with as a child, because she was born wide open and had all of her intuitive senses and connections to her soul and her councils and her tribes and her guides. She was very confused that she couldn't think of something and manifest it. It was confounding. She was also very confused that others could not see energy the way she did. This is the trajectory for the human race. Now, will it occur in the next 20 or 30 of your years? No. But that is the trajectory. So what is the opportunity today. For humans, the opportunity is to be very clear on the intentions of what they wish to create. And to be curious and receive that which they get. If it does not look exactly like the intention they set out to create, be open to recognize it may be exactly what is needed, or it may be only the next step. Trusting that the next step and the next step and the next step will lead you to the outcome that your heart desires. For your emotions are the broadcast signal that all manifestation radiates. Your emotions are the fuel for that which you wish to create. When there's uncertainty or doubt or lack of confidence in your intention, you will receive those results. And how do you become certain? One step at a time. And if you do not know, tell us. I do not know which way to go. I do not know what to manifest. And play with us as we, your guides, bring to you that which is waiting for you to discover. You have all heard the saying, what you want wants you back. But the depth of that saying expands far beyond the mere words. What wants you is far greater than your imagination can hold. Far greater. We wish that all of the soul plans that you made before this incarnation would come true and land in your life with grace and ease and flow and love. That is our wish. And then human free will, beliefs, and systems that exist at the 3D level come to the fore and allow us to learn and grow. One is not better than the other. They both exist simultaneously, and it is the dance of evolution. There is so much that is waiting for you. Step into the realm of your intuition. Listen, see, feel, or know what wants to be shown to you. And allow us to co-create the most magnificent life available to your soul in this incarnation. And you will rewrite some of what you have constructed up until now. You will evolve past the lessons that you set to your soul, from your soul to your human. You will learn them. You will graduate and move on to the next lesson. It is choice, intention, inner sourcing your wisdom, and co-creating with the universe. All truly magnificent ways of being that are worth cultivating. And we thank you for listening to us, for this wisdom is what wants to be heard and shared and known and brought into the cognitive in a new way. And so, shall we step into any questions that you may have?
Teresa, I apologize for pulling you out of channel. There's someone trying to get in and it's not allowing on my end.
Do you know who that is?
Heather, I believe it's Heather.
I don't see anybody in the.
And I resent her the link too.
Where'd you? Yeah, I see. Let me,
My apologies.
that's all right.
Mercury retrograde.
It's so funny, isn't it? Ooh. Okay, just resent it to her. I will watch for her.
Okay, I did too, and my apologies. So it's just not showing up. I'm gonna ask her if she's still there.
I don't see her.
Okay, she said she was gonna catch the replay, so
Okay. Did she have a question?
I'll ask her.
Okay.
Oh, she left. Okay. I'll ask her if there's a question.
Okay.
Thank you, T.
You're welcome. That was interesting. I haven't had one foot in and out in that way before. It was very interesting.
Well, and such good information coming in, I think, especially with the collective and the energy that we're all working on together.
Shall we go into Q&A?
Yep,
See if Sandra or Trish have questions.
absolutely.
And do we have questions
Yeah.
for today?
Sandra, I see you took off your mic. Would you like to go first?
Sure. That question about outsourcing, was it outsourcing wisdom? Is that what I remember you saying?
Yes, it
Okay.
is relying on the inner wisdom to set intentions in your own life. Yes.
Okay. That question, I immediately answered, no, I'm not. And then I thought, wait, maybe I am. and I wasn't quite sure, so I had to sit in it for a bit. And it makes me wonder, so my intentions seem to always be around animals and feeding the hungry. Um, and I've changed the way I've been praying, and 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 there's I'm all over the place right now. So um it's I normally would ask to help me be able to afford to have financial the funds to be able to continue to help animals and feed the hungry in a bigger way. And so I'm looking at really big funding. And so I'm just wondering, with wisdom and trusting and asking and prayer, is how do I do that where it manifests and it's more effective? Or I don't even know how to ask the question. Maybe you know what I'm asking.
What you are seeking is guidance to step into those things that feed your soul, that allow you to feel of value and align with your soul's mission, which is to support the animals and humans in ways that you can. And we ask if you can open your mind to receive information about alternative ways of meeting those goals. So often when a human looks at a problem, they first want to put money against that problem. And yet that is only one solution. We would offer that there are a multitude of solutions that can be provided, such as collaborating with restaurants or grocery stores to take overages and food or other sundry items that can be used, and providing that costs nothing. And it in fact is a benefit to the stores and restaurants when we are offering to support animals. What are the organizations already in place that one can partner with? And what do they need? What need can you fill? Does that resonate?
It does deeply. And I forget about that. You know, and I think that I sort of got stuck in the wanting to help these two lady friends I have. We're seeking our own sanctuary, our own ranch, to expand even more with more ranches and sanctuaries out there for animals that need to be pulled out of being euthanized when their time is up. So they end up basically driving some of these animals that they're able to save 2 to 4 hours away to another sanctuary or ranch where they can take them at that time. So it's just an expansion of more spay and neuter vans, more expansion of places where animals can go, where they can live the rest of their life until they're adopted or not adopted, and also new things like trapping services to help people trap, to be able to spay and neuter more animals on the streets. So it's things like that. So it's things that exist and can be added upon, and things that don't exist that need to be around.
And then begins the conversation. So here's the need we see as someone who supports these causes and create a collaborative community to fulfill the need. Do not look at self as a single source or finances as a single source of the solution. A multitude of opportunities will come to you, and one must receive them. Oh, yes, I see. If I take this action, the universe is guiding me to bring in more cages from vets when they have pets that are euthanized and the owners no longer want the supplies for that pet. There are a multitude of solutions, and one offers that you stay open and in conversation to those who have like values.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see. I mean, it's not reinventing the wheel or creating something new, because it already exists in a sense, and just collaborating is key, community collaboration. And the other piece of it too is just having more finances for myself so I can continue my education, because there's so many things that I want to continue with my education, and a lot of it is around funding my own education. So that's the other piece that, you know, I sort of am asking for my own money to be able to donate and give and also support my own education. So it kind of wraps around with that as well.
And again, we will offer that in the areas where you want to be educated, have the conversation, see if you can find scholarships or sponsors. There are a multitude of solutions if you look. You may also run into opportunities where you can provide services in the areas you love and generate those finances. And in fact, if that happens, that opportunity where you are generating finances may turn into an opportunity to do greater good. Again, we will offer not to hold a single perspective and design the solution. Be open to anything that wishes to manifest for you, and be willing to be curious and take a step in a direction that may not make sense, but indeed will get you to the outcome you want. Does that resonate?
Absolutely. I am so wide open and so trusting that I welcome I welcome all that. Thank you.
And just with that statement, you have opened doors. You have sent signals out into the universe to say yes.
Yes.
And now watch as magic happens around you.
Yeah.
And embrace it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have follow-up questions, or are you complete?
I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was great. Thank you, Teresa, and thank you to the guides. Trish, do you have a question?
Yes. Well, I think I think I've been struggling because I felt like I had to come up with the absolute right question, and really I feel like I'm being pulled towards two questions, and one probably feeds the other. So I'll start with this. I'm feeling really disconnected from self and from loved ones. Kind of feeling stuck there and not sure how to move forward. And that might be the reason why, my other question, which is also feeling stuck financially and wanting to be more financially independent and abundant. And, now I'm wondering if it ties into my fears of opening up and connecting, because I just feel disconnected.
It is indeed. The world is reflecting your inner state. And the inner state is not filled with self-abundance. And we offer that this is a tremendous opportunity that you have constructed for yourself. And it is evolutionary. So be patient and be kind and loving. Slowly begin to look within. And using tools such as meditations or journalings, all the things that you know, and start the conversation with self. How do you feel? What do you want? I feel hot. I feel cold. I feel indifferent. I feel frustrated. I feel stuck. And as we have shared, by giving voice to these places within, you open the door to create a relationship. I feel stuck because I'm not doing anything that interests me. I'm not loving where I am in my life. I am looking for a paradigm shift. I am looking for something different. By entertaining these options, which as humans, you do not allow yourselves to feel and to be in that place, by giving voice to that state within, you open the door for possibilities to show up to contrast what state is currently informing your experience. For example, I am bored. I'm going to go bowling. That may spark some joy that you experience for 15 minutes. But it is 15 minutes more than yesterday. These slow incremental shifts that you embrace, that you cultivate within. Nothing can manifest in your world until it resides here. And we know that cognitively you have the training and the knowledge around these tools. How does it feel when you hear this?
It makes sense because I don't think I have been giving myself a voice.
And that is a very slippery slope, is it not?
It is. Yeah.
You are the most important thing in your life. Trish, we are here to tell you that you have great purpose on this planet. Not only in what you vibrate out into the world, but how you support and influence others so they can change. This evolutionary bubble that you are in the moment will resolve. And from the resolution, will come direction and hope and confidence. Find a group that will walk this journey with you. Find a guide. Receive support. And continue to trust that you are on the right path. Can you feel the truth of what we are sharing with you now?
Yes, absolutely.
Can you receive the energetic support from your guides?
Yes.
Can you have a conversation with your guides?
Yes.
That is all that one can ask. That is the beginning of something new. Does this feel accessible to you?
Yes.
You
Thank
have
you.
much to offer the world. And we celebrate you. Do you have follow-up questions for us? Mm.
No, I'm complete. Thank you.
May we offer a touchstone?
Yes, please.
If you have a stone or a crystal or something, piece of jewelry nearby, close at hand, or something you can grab quickly, we offer that you hold that and allow us to infuse it with hope, with possibility. Do you have that?
Yes.
Let us transmit. Allow this to be your touchstone. Anytime that you wish a boost of love and hope, hold it, and we will wrap you in love.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear one. Heidi, do we have additional questions?
You know, I don't think at this time, Teresa, so is there any parting words of wisdom that the guides would like to share with us?
Expect the unexpected. Live in the magic. And know that you are never, ever alone. And we thank you.
We'll give you a minute here, T, to come back in and catch your breath a little bit. Wow, so insightful. And, you know, Trish and Sandra, thank you both for showing up, being present, and for your great questions, because I think all of the information that comes back through the guides is so relevant to all of us.
Yeah. Trish, I don't think I've ever done that before in that way. That energy, like that was huge. I mean, I have never felt so much energy and love being directed like that. Thank you for letting me experience that. It was amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't have words. It was just big, huge.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Oh, thank you, Teresa. As always, incredibly magical.
So much fun.